Hey, what's going on, guys? Indy here with Ultimate 2 Reviews, and Prime Day starts now. So, we've got a lot of really cool deals this year coming out. A lot of brands are doing what XTools is doing, what I'm showing you guys right here. They're going to do some discounts, and they're also going to do some special discount codes on top of those. So, just because one of the deals you might see might seem like, okay, that's an okay deal, make sure you check out the code that goes along with the deal because there's going to be a lot better discounts that are going to be happening as well, too. So we're going to be covering all of the XTool. They make OBS scanners. They make scan tools. They make programming tools, OBD2 scanners, diagnostic tools. They make a lot of stuff. So I'm going to be covering their best deals on Amazon Prime Day right now. And all of these deals, take them at face value because I also have a code in the description to get anywhere between 8 to 40% more off of that discount. So you're going to be able to get a lot better deals than you actually see on this video. Make sure you grab the codes that are there in the description. You can pick up an even better deal than what you see on these prices here. All right, so the first one is going to be their AD20. This is going to be a simple car scanner and diagnostic tool. I've used a few tools like this in the past. They are phenomenal if you're going to look for like you're looking at cars to buy. You want to quick scan the codes kind of thing, see what's going on with the car. Is there any random codes? I will say a couple dealerships, some of the dealerships, that are the larger ones, don't want to name any names on that, but they pick up a lot of cars, and you get a few cars in that are like, that seems like a really good deal, but what's wrong with it? You turn it on, there's no check engine light, nothing. You go and scan the codes, though, whoop, there's like 35 codes in there, and it doesn't seem like it's that great of a vehicle anymore. So some of the tools like this can be really, really handy to carry with you when you go look for a new vehicle, and you want to make sure you can check it out without necessarily bringing a mechanic with you. You can, slide in that car, see what's going on there, but also scan the codes is a very important thing to do. Now, of course, this one actually has the largest discount code at about 40% off additionally, so you're going to get an even better deal than this price right here. So definitely check out that code in the description, guys. All right, moving on to the next tool. This is going to be a scanner diagnostic tool. Of course, it's OBD2. This is going to be your IP8S. This is the 2024 version for system diagnostics. This is going to be one of your, more in-depth tools here. You can do more scans, you can do more functions, a lot more stuff you can do with this, and also lifetime free updates as well too. So really good deal from XTool here. They've been making a lot of these for a very long time, and of course offering a lot better pricing than a lot of the the tool truck brands you're going to find as well too. They have really, really good reviews. I've seen a lot of their stuff online. They do a really good job here. One of the more expensive ones, I think actually this might be the most expensive one we're covering to date. This is going to be one of their OBD2 scanner diagnostic tools. This is the IP900, one of their flagship tools here. This actually allows you to do key programming, which if you've ever been to the dealership and paid for keys, I know my Ram truck key, I think, is like $450 at the dealership. I know a really good guy locally who does that. He can do it for about $200 for me. That includes the key. But if you want to get doing this yourself, which might be something I want to do in the future actually, or for DIY, programming my own keys would be kind of cool to do because my keys are just wireless. I think I do have a key inside the key fob, but I've never once used it. But having the wireless key fobs, you can program yourself. Buy them somewhere cheap for like $60. Program yourself for something like this. That'd be kind of cool to actually do yourself. So 38 services in here. You get 3-year updates here, which is pretty cool. And remember, there's actually an additional code as well as a coupon code for this one to take this price down quite a bit there. All right, we got kind of a more mid-range one. This is going to be the D7 bidirectional scan tool, meaning that it can also not only read the codes, but also reprogram things as well, too. This is going to have ECU coding, active test, all system scans, 36 plus resets, crankshaft relearn, a lot of different stuff on here. You want to make sure you pick out the right one for your vehicle. So make sure you're doing the research on these. Make sure you're picking the right one for whatever type of vehicle you have and whatever type of, different types of mechanical stuff you're trying to do. Lots of different stuff these different devices do when it comes to diagnostic, reprogramming. There's lots of these different devices can learn and be able to reprogram. And reading through some of these descriptions, there is a ton of different stuff on here. ABS bleeding, you got seat match, window initialization, tire upgrade. You got so much stuff on here. Even like oil change resets can be super handy to have. I think my truck one is like turn it off, you turn just the ignition on. It's a little confusing. And then you gotta have the ignition on but the engine off, and then you can actually go in there and reset the oil change. And considering picking up maybe one of these, be able to do it just from like plugging an OBD2 port, hit oil change reset, and I'm good to go from there with the vehicle on, which is pretty cool to do. All right, moving on to our next one here. This is going to be the D7S OBD2 scanner here. This is going to be their newest bidirectional scan tool. This also has a couple number of upgrades on it too, and of course this has a number of features like the other ones as well too. You've got, of course, crank sensor relearns, throttle position reset, lots and lots of stuff on these. And there is just tons of options on these tools here to be able to do. But again, though, this is one of the best times to buy it because we're not only seeing this Prime Day deal here, we also have a couple of discount codes that pull that price down even more, which is going to be awesome as well. All right, so we have the D8W. This is the wireless bidirectional scan tool. Of course, a couple upgraded versions on here, and this is going to be a little bit more expensive one here too, but we've got topology mapping. We've got a level up hardware, a couple of other updates on here too. And of course, I would be very careful to make sure to buy something with a couple of years of free updates. As cars keep getting updated more and more, they get more and more complex as well too. There's more, there's more computers in there. There's more cameras. There's more of this. There's always something more that has to do with electrical systems in a car that you really want to make sure that you have the options to be able to do that. And of course, when you go into a dealership, they're charging you now, I think RAM's like $250 for a diagnostic. So you got to go in for 2 diagnostics. You might as well just buy one of these scan tools, and you'll be all set there pretty quick. So that's always a decent option there to, of course, pick up your own tools, DIY. That's what I've been doing a lot myself right now. All right, if you want to really get into the more complicated stuff here, here's going to be some of the scan tools where you're really going to spend some cash, but you're really going to open up a lot of options. You're opening up a lot of new mapping technology here, built-in Wi-Fi. Of course, the topology mapping, as we have on some of the other ones as well too, ECU and online coding. This one's got 42 plus resets in this one. Definitely one of the more advanced ones, but one of the better deals you're going to find right now. And of course, such an advanced scan tool and diagnostic tool. There's going to be a ton of stuff in here. If you really want to be digging deep into your cars, this is going to be the way to do it. And this is really going to allow you to have a lot of options, a lot of different diagnostic stuff that the dealership currently has, but they're going to charge you far more than $800 to be able to do a lot of these fixes, because that's what the dealership can do. They can charge you a ton of money and, really just keep ripping you off there is what I feel anyways. There's a lot of stuff that dealership charged me for, especially when they change out different filters. That's super easy to do, and they charge me $100 to do it when they're $10 on Amazon. All right, we have the D9S here. One of the more expensive ones again here, coming in about $1,100 after that 21% savings here on the Prime Day deals. Tons of system diagnostics you have on this one, bidirectional, CAN FD, DOIP. You got a ton of stuff on these options here. And of course, they get more and more advanced here with greater speed, greater Wi-Fi. A lot of these deals here are well worth checking out if you need one of these. They're going to be expensive regardless, of course, but you want to save a couple $100 today. That's the best time to do it. And a lot of these deals, I believe, will end, on the 17th, 18th, maybe closer to the end of the month. I'll try to update that in the description exactly on when some of those deals end. But Prime Day, of course, make sure you're using Camel. Check out a lot of these deals, make sure you're getting an actually good deal there. Here's another more simple one, a wireless OBD2 scanner, Android and iPhone, of course, compatible with some of the apps as well. This is going to be the A30M, a little bit more advanced, for 60 more bucks than one of the first ones we covered. But we've got 21 resets, ABS bleed, oil reset. Really kind of just depends what you're trying to do with these. I definitely want to pick one up myself. But it's kind of how far do you want to go when it comes to, do you need to reset the crankshaft sensor or not? Or do you just want to be able to do oil resets, ABS work, brake work? What are you doing exactly? Kind of determines how much money you want to spend. I would say just buy a basic one to start and then maybe pick up a more advanced one as you go. I've got a more basic one right now. I've used a handful of times. I will say it saved me a ton of money, because I've been able to see different vehicles as I'm looking at buying, used trucks. I can see which ones have a ton of codes. I got a great story back a couple years ago when I was buying a Tacoma. Dealership had one at about $4,000 cheaper. And I went to look at it. I'm like, it looks okay, kind of beat up. Ran some codes on it, came back with 16 codes. And I'm like, wow, this thing must have been an accident. There's no check engine light. There's no other lights on the dash, but there was codes the computer was sending me that I'm like, this doesn't seem right. I went and bought another one for $4,000 more, had no codes, and that one was actually that one wasn't that great either, too. I had some issue with that one, but all mechanical, nothing electrical with that one. But guys, that's all I've got for you today from XTool. A lot of different deals here going on. Make sure you check out the description for all of the discount codes. And of course, guys, Prime Day, we're gonna have a bunch of new videos coming up here very soon. A lot of deals today. And again, guys, I encourage you definitely use Camel. And thanks again for XTool for sponsoring this video. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care and have a great day.